Second nature for children in the house. I love going live, and we're live. I am second nature. I see you coming in. I see you coming in. Get everybody in the house. I want to talk to you for a moment about, are we worldly incarcerated? Are we worldly incarcerated? Have we gotten so caught up in worldly affairs or in our everyday life that we are missing the true things that can make us successful? That we have gotten caught up in an illusion that we are missing how to be successful. So I just want to know, are you and are we worldly incarcerated? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I see Brother D coming in. I got you. I see Miss Tina coming in. I got you. I hope everyone that's out there that their chat is working. If you have anything you'd like to say, I love going live. You get the opportunity to come in. And if I say anything that you would like to give a comment on, and all you have to do is respond right on the spot. I see my moderator is in the house. Absolutely. So we're going to have a great discussion, a great discussion. I hope everyone else that's coming in is able to chat. I always keep things within the mind, the body, and the soul, because I'm trying to show you that if you connect these three things together, you can be successful at wherever it is in life that you're shooting for. But I have to ask this again. Are we worldly incarcerated to the point where we're not paying mind to these three areas? And I'm going to break that down for you, and then we're going to open it up for some Q&A, and we're going to be out. So I want to thank everyone for coming. This week right here, I got a great week of things that's coming up. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. My Facebook family be coming over. So make sure when you come over, family, that you hit that like and hit that subscribe, that subscription button, to make sure that we help our YouTube channel so that we can help our youth program. So make sure that you go over and look at that at snfchildren.org. See the great work that we're doing with the youth. And go to our Facebook page, Second Nature for Children, and see the great work that we're doing with the youth. Now, let me tell you, probably about 15 years ago, I really stopped working with adults. And I began to work more with the youth, because once the adults was getting to a certain age and they was getting to a certain mindset, then it's hard for you to change. That's one of the problems we have right now as adults. It's hard for us to make that change. And so I'm coming back in to work with the adults, because I was sending children home that I'm working with, changing that mindset, but they're going back home to adults with that same old systematic mindset. That same old systematic mindset. And a lot of us has just gotten caught up in worldly affairs. I just posed the question to you, are we worldly incarcerated? First, we're going to take our physical being. We're going to take our physical being. Just slow down. I want you to hear what I'm saying. How can you tell me that if you do not take care of your physical being, which is one of the most important things in the world to you. All you have is your health. You have nothing else. But we have gotten so caught up in trying to survive and worldly things till we're not thinking about our physical health. And we're waiting on the doctor to let us know that we're almost dead before we're trying to take charge of our physical being. Now, let me show you how your wellness connects with your spirit right quick. When I'm dealing with the soul, the first thing I want you to understand is I want you to deal with love. If you really think about it, if you truly love yourself, you would take care of yourself. I want you to think about it. The truth's something else. You can't tell me that you truly love yourself and you're not taking care of yourself. You're letting me know, and I want you to know that unconsciously you're not thinking because of whatever you're caught up into doing worldly. You may have to work a job, you may have to work 2 jobs, you may have to work 3 jobs, but you got to learn how to balance your life out because when you're dead and gone, those jobs will still be there. They'll still be there. So you got to connect your soul to your body. And then you got to go back and look at the other videos I've done to get the principles that comes from your soul that will help you when you're working to achieve physical fitness. You use the same principles whenever you want to get fit. The first thing you have to do, and I have to keep reiterating, because the first thing you have to do when you want to change, you have to change your mindset. This is your achieving machine right here. If it's not set, I promise you, you won't be able to move forward. You won't be able to achieve. You won't be able to be successful. And you wondering what's wrong? Why this? Why that? This? This is what's wrong. I know a lot of us don't like to hear it. A lot of us don't like to hear something is wrong. We think we okay. I know. I've worked with us a long time. We think we okay. We cannot fix our issues and our problems until we realize that we have issues and problems. And if you are overweight or obese, that's a problem because sooner or later, that's going to affect your health. And then once you are sick, down and out, the world of things mean nothing that we're being entertained with. It's great to have a good time. That's okay. But you got to learn how to balance your good time off with your health because your health is your wealth. I just want you to get that. I want to make sure you get that. That's why I slow down sometimes to see, are you programming, to make sure that you hear what I'm saying. So your physical being is all you have. If you lose it, you lose it all. That job gonna be there. That job gonna be there. A lot of times when you're dealing with being either overweight or obese, a lot of times we deal with mental issues that we have dealt with in our past and we don't know how to heal. We need someone to talk to. We need to learn how to mentally heal from things that we went through in our past. That's one of the problems that we're having with our physical being and not being in shape, not taking care of ourselves, and just being out in the world, not even thinking, I got to take care of myself because I'm all I have. Literally, you have nothing else. So you must take care of yourself first. Then you can begin to take care of things around you. That's dealing with your physical being. It's very simple. We're going to have to clean up our diet, the things that we're putting in our body. And there's so much information out now. You can go and pull up YouTube and just pull up clean eating, and it'll give you a list of clean eating things to begin to eat that's good for your body. But we must begin to eat better. We must begin to exercise. We're talking about the physical being first. But we're so worldly incarcerated till we got to have the big house. We got to have the expensive cars. We got to have all the jewelry. We got to have all of this stuff till we're so worldly incarcerated till we're killing ourselves, getting tangible things. And that's great to have if you have it balanced, that you're taking care of yourself first. We're dying for material things. You must take care of your body first. I'm going to say that again because I'm experiencing and have experienced so many people over the years that haven't been taking care of themselves, and now they're paying a price. High blood pressure, high cholesterol. I mean, heart attacks are crazy. Heart attacks are off the chain right now. Cancer is off the chain right now. Diabetes is off the chain right now. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. Being overweight and obese is killing you. It's taking 5 to 10 years off your life. And you worrying about a house, you worrying about a car, you worrying about the money, you worrying about the jewelry, and 5 to 10 years is being taken off your life because you haven't learned how to balance. When we come to the mental, we have to learn to put things in priority, prioritize things. First, you got to take care of yourself first. Whatever issues, and I know you don't have any issues. I know, I know, I know. That's hard. But you got to sit down, and when the lights go off, you have to deal with you. That's why depression is on a very high level. We got to make sure that we get our mind together. We got to find someone that we trust, someone that we can talk to. We've been dealing with issues or dealing with things for a very long time. We got to be able to heal. As a people of color that I've dealt with all my life and I've dealt with on a professional level of working with, we haven't healed from a lot of things that has happened in our past. We got to learn to heal bad relationships. Bad things happened to us when we was kids. We got to learn how to heal. That's what's hurting a lot of us. And so we're trying to get the pleasures of the world to make sure that we're doing well, but we are not. We're still empty. You got the house, you got the car, you got the jewelry, you got this, you got that, but you're still struggling mentally. So it lets you know it's not the material things, it's what you're dealing with mentally. We have to work on that. And when your body is not right, it affects your mind. When your body is not right, it affects your soul. You have to learn. Make sure you go back and look at the videos. You have to learn to connect the three together for optimal success and wellness to your life. I hope you don't miss this. You're trying to achieve, but you're missing it because you haven't made the connection. You must, I don't care what, tell them second nature told you, you got to make the connection for optimal success, for optimal wellness. A lot of us, we are financial illiterate. Yeah. Because rich is different to different people. So if you get a dime, but then you go out and buy $1 worth of stuff, now you got a lot of credit, or you owe a lot, I'll put it like that. Now you're in debt. Now you're in debt. A lot of us are struggling mentally because we have been making bad decisions and we're in debt. So now we're liable to do anything because we're trying to keep stuff, because we've made bad decisions. Because a lot of us, I know you don't want, a lot of us are financially illiterate. I know I'm gonna go on and tell the truth. Now, if I'm lying, you can hit me in the comments or you can hit me later if you're not here on the live. That's why I like to do it live. So if anyone have anything to say against what I'm saying, we right here on the spot. Love going live. I can bag it up what I'm saying. And when it comes to the soul, the first thing you must do, like I say, is love yourself. When you learn to love yourself, you'll begin to take care of yourself physically. You're not taking care of yourself physically. I'm going to keep reiterating, I'm going to keep saying it. You're not showing yourself love. You got to become aware of you're not showing yourself love. I'm tired of seeing people of color, my people, my family. I'm tired of seeing us die by our own hands. I'm tired of seeing us self-destruct when we don't have to. When we learn how to connect the three together, I promise you, remember the promise I made you? Go back and look at that video, that you will live your best life once you learn how to put the three together. But we're too worldly incarcerated. We caught up in the world. We caught up in worldly things. We caught up in worldly events to we're not even taking care of ourselves. I know I'm right about it. I know I am. Spiritually, we're broken. We're lost as a people. When you begin to talk about your soul, a lot of times they bring religion to you. But the first thing you need to realize when you begin to talk about your soul, you need to be aware that the first thing I must do is love myself. And if I don't know how, I got to learn to love myself. I got to learn what love is. And once I learn to love myself, boom, I begin to take care of my physical being. I begin to heal mentally. You see how you have to connect them. You have to connect them. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. If you want to live your best life, you have to connect the three. Think about it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share. This house should be packed right now. But a lot of people out, they know we here. But they out in the world doing a lot of different things because they're focused on something else. And if they're focused on their well-being and they out doing great things and they doing well physically, they doing well mentally, they doing well spiritually. But I know a lot of us are not, because I see you. See, I can see if you're overweight. I can see if you're obese. That's not doing well. I can see if you're making bad decisions. I can see that. I can talk to you just for a little while and I can tell if you're spiritually broken. All I have to do is talk to you just for a little while. I can pick things up. I've been trained to pick things up. And from your soul, from that which dwells within you, that is where your self-control, your discipline, your love, your patience, that's where these things come from. But you have to learn how to possess them. They're in you. You must depend on you. That's a problem. A lot of us are waiting on someone else. And we're going to get into that spiritual being, because a lot of us are broken spiritually and we've been incarcerated and indoctrinated into religion. And if your religion is helping you, then that's great. But don't tell me that you believe in something and then once I watch your actions, you're really showing me you don't believe. You've just been indoctrinated into a belief. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a show where I'm going to have you to come on and rep your Jesus. You can rep your Jesus. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to have a show where we could come on and I'm going to let you represent your Jesus. Because when I was coming up, I thought it was just one Jesus. But once I began to study, I'm finding out the Baptists got a Jesus to do something. Jehovah Witness have a Jesus to do something. Seventh-day Adventists got a Jesus to do something. Islam say Jesus is some what? So spiritually, if your faith is helping you move to another level, may you continue to be blessed. But I'm telling you from my experience, my religion, my faith-based associates, they're not doing well. Those are mine that I know. They're not doing well. So we'll do that. We'll do that. So make sure that physically you begin to take care of yourself. Make sure mentally you begin to take care of yourself. And make sure spiritually you begin to take care of yourself. Physically, exercising, eating right. Let's start there. Let's start there. We're still in the beginning of the year. You got to come out of the world so much. One of the problems we're having is that we are worldly incarcerated. We're caught up so much in the world. We're so busy till we're not taking care of ourselves. So let's make sure that we become liberated and set free and begin to exercise, begin to eat clean, begin to take care of our physical being. On the mental aspects, let's make sure that whatever it is that's been bothering us for a very long time, we got to learn to heal from it. We got to learn to heal from it. And we got to be able to activate our brain for success. You can hit me at snfchildren@gmail.com and I'll show you just how it looks. And spiritually, the first thing you have to do, and I keep saying it because we miss it, the first thing you have to do spiritually is you have to love yourself. So make sure that you come out of that world and you begin to take care of yourself. Got it? Got it. All right. So if we have any questions, Miss Tina, I see you. You say self-evaluation is the key. Absolutely. Self-evaluation is definitely the key. But one of the things before we evaluate, first we have to realize that we need some evaluation. So that's a great point, Miss Brown. A lot of us will never get to the next level because we don't see anything is wrong. That's a problem we have. First, in order for us to fix something, we have to realize that it's broken. And it's a fact that most of us are worldly incarcerated. That's why we can't get nothing done. Hmm. So anybody have any questions? We'll do a Q&A. I'll answer any questions. If you're not here and you look at this later, if you have any questions, snfchildren@gmail.com. You can leave me a comment. I will answer you with no problem. Everyone in the chat that's here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this with your friends and your family. I know it's rough. I know it's rough trying to get us to do something positive and to be liberated and to move forward in our lives. It's a tough job. I know. But we're going to keep chipping away at it, keep chipping it away. And for the ones who want help, are the ones that second nature will help, and we will help as we bring them in. So make sure during the course of this week, I'm going to put out some more videos. We're going to be dealing with how to go from walking to running, how to do basic exercises at the house. I'll send you to some YouTube channels where you can look at some menus for clean eating. Definitely always talking to you about activating the brain, making sure that you love yourself, and coming out of the world so much. Bro D says, starts with the mindset to make change. Absolutely. That's why I keep reiterating here. You always, in every video, you're going to see me going here. Because if you're going to make a difference in your life, if you're going to make a change in your life, it starts here. It don't start nowhere else. You can say anything with your mouth, but if you haven't programmed it here first, then you won't be able to sustain whatever you're after. If you want to be, listen, we getting ready to go. This is simple. We making this hard. You use the same principles for everything when it comes to success. You use the same principles. I gave you the principles. Go back and look at that video and make sure that you get the principles. If you want to be healthier, use those principles. If you want to take your money to another level, use those principles. But I always tell you this when it comes to the money. If you have a job, then you're not going to be rich. A job is not designed to make you rich. You'll only get rich when you find your niche. That's when you'll get rich. Because even if you hit the lottery, have you ever seen The Curse of the Lottery? Okay. Even if you hit the lottery and get a lot of money, if this is not together, I promise you, you'll be broke by 6 o'clock that evening if you hit the lottery that morning. Because you'll be out spinning and grinning like a fool because you don't have this together. Do I have any more questions? Good. I want to thank everyone who came through, chopping it up. Make sure you go back, look at the other videos. If you have any questions, you can hit me up, snfchildren@gmail.com. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share. Bring the family over. Just looking to see was there any more questions. And make sure that if you want to be successful and if you want to take your life to another level, starting in 2023, you must connect. One day you're going to get it. And I hope it's sooner than later. You must connect your mind, your body, and your soul together for optimal health. You can't do it no other way. If you're missing one, it's going to hurt you. If you're missing the other one, it's going to hurt you. I'm going to continue to say it. It's simple to be successful. It's simple, but you must learn how to connect the three together. And once you do that, I promise your life will change for the better. All right, we getting ready to wrap it up. Miss Tina, I definitely want to thank you. I'm dealing with the ones that I can see in the chat for coming through. If you have anything, you know how to hit me up. Bruh D, you know how to hit me up. In just a little while, we're going to work it so I'll be able to bring you all on live, pop up, and we can have certain discussions. So that's in the mix. So that's great. That's coming. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Come out of the world. I just posed a question to you. Are we worldly incarcerated? Is that why we're struggling so much? And let me ask you this. You know, we got Dr. King birthday is right upon us. And I want you to let me know and just send me a comment. How old were you when you found out that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., when he was born, his name was not Martin Luther King Jr.? Send me a comment, hit me up, and let me know how old you were when you found out that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at birth, that was not his name. Let me know. Shoot me a comment, shoot me an email. Make sure you like, subscribe. Bro D said he was 54 years old. How old are you now? Let's see how long have you known that, bro D. How old are you now? You was 54 when you found out. Give me an age now. Let's see how long you've been knowing that Dr. King was not born Martin Luther King Jr. His name wasn't. Okay, so you've been had it now for about 2 years. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna be waiting on the comments because I definitely want to know how old people were when they found out that Dr. King, his name was not Martin Luther at birth. So until we come back together again, I just want to sign off, let everybody know I appreciate you for coming through. If you have any questions, you know how to hit me up. Another great show. Information, information, information. I'm going to make sure every show I feed you information. And until we meet again, until we come together again, I appreciate you. Peace out.